Am I the asshole for leaving a family gathering and taking the cake with me after getting my feelings hurt? I, a 27-year-old female, reached 1 year sober from alcohol at the beginning of the year. This was a huge accomplishment for me. It was more significant to me than finishing college. I told my family that the next time we were together for a family dinner, I had something to celebrate. This all happened at my mother's house. The children were playing and the adults were hanging out. I took the moment to share that I had reached 1 year sober and how good I felt about it. They responded with, "Oh, that's what you were talking about," and "Has it been a year already?" I am embarrassed to admit I hoped someone would say they were proud of me. My brother-in-law Steve looked at my sister and they both said, "Well," at the same time. My sister said, "Since we are all here, my niece just got into a specific gymnastics program. It has been a long road, but she did it." Steve opened some wine they had brought and started giving everyone glasses or cups. He made eye contact with me and his face fell. I had this gnawing feeling, so I got up from the table and took a walk. I tried to process the moment mentally so I could be present for my niece to celebrate her success. But when I got back to the house, my sister asked me why I left without saying anything. I said I needed a minute to myself. She looked at me strangely and said, "Okay." I said I had shared something I was very proud of, and she had bulldozed over it. My mother put her hand up and asked me what my news was. I said that I had told them I had reached 1 year sober. My mother said my generation always wanted praise for doing the bare minimum, that it was not an accomplishment, it was just what I needed to do, like graduating high school. I tried to make it through to dinner, but found myself just not in the mood anymore. I decided to go home. Here is the direct thing I am being called a butthead for. I had brought a small berry chantilly cake, my favorite, to share after dinner. It was the thing I decided I had earned. The children had definitely seen it. On my way out, I decided to take it home with me. I guess when they realized the cake was not in the garage refrigerator anymore, my sister called to ask me why I took it. I said I did because it was my cake to celebrate my accomplishment. She said, word for word, "Are you serious? Oh my God, Emma, grow up. You are such a baby." My mother later texted me directly to tell me how disappointed she was that I threw a tantrum because my niece got more attention than me. I do not think her interpretation of what happened is right, but that is why I'm asking you all. Am I the asshole because I took the cake in the end? Was that really childish of me, considering the children saw it and then did not get any? As I was putting on my shoes to leave, Steve found me and directly apologized and said that he was completely oblivious in the moment. I know he did nothing to intentionally hurt me. Edit, follow-up. Hi everyone, I just wanted to follow up and say thank you to everyone for the responses. I have a lot to think about when I next go to therapy, which is today actually, and work on. I do want to clear up a few things that I have seen come up a lot in the comments. I am not in Alcoholics Anonymous. I had tried Alcoholics Anonymous before, and it was not compatible for me. It works for a lot of people very well, and I am happy for you if it works for you. So things about the steps and personal inventory are not relevant to me. It was not a party for my niece. It was just a family dinner. The cake was mine and was not brought for my niece. I did not take it because I wanted to get back at them. I took it because it is my favorite take, and I wanted to eat it because it was my thing that I earned. I do not know why they opened wine for my niece getting into the gymnastics program, but I also don't think it is my place to say anyone else has a drinking problem, and I would prefer to keep my eyes on my own paper, i.e. my own business. Smiley face. Reddit verdict. Not the asshole. Top comments. Comment. They had wine, which naturally excluded you, right? After you told them your good news. I'm glad you took the cake. Author. So, at the bottom of the post, I talk about my brother-in-law, Steve, who is the one who opened the bottle. He apologized directly to me for it, and that's what the look he gave me was about, I think. He said that he was just on autopilot with my sister talking, and that when he saw me, he was like, "Oh, that was a stupid thing to do." I am not mad at Steve, and I know he didn't do it on purpose to upset me or anything. Answer. I think I'm confused as to why they're celebrating a child's accomplishment with wine, while the children are outside. It seems like mom and dad cared more about getting a pat on the back and a drink with the adults rather than letting their daughter share her own news with the family and celebrating in an age-appropriate way. Proud of you, original poster. Don't let anyone diminish your accomplishments ever. I hope you ate the heck out of that cake. Not the asshole. Comment. Sweet original poster, first, I am not only thrilled for you, but I am so proud of you. Honey, you did not end up with addiction because you had such a supportive and functional family. You were looking for love in the wrong places. When you have a milestone to celebrate, do it with friends. Do it at a meeting. Do it here. Do it on a Zoom call with random strangers. But your family of origin has lost access to the happy occasions in your life. They don't deserve you. Your sister and brother-in-law are rude and petty, but your mother really takes the cake. Being 365 days sober is a big deal. She strikes me as the type to tell someone who lost 100 pounds that they have done the bare minimum and are still fat. She's mean. It is time to significantly limit contact with your family. It is very hard, but you have done something way harder. Put yourself first. Love yourself. Celebrate yourself. They know where to find you when they are ready to stop being petty and nasty and self-absorbed. Comment. Not the asshole. Mom, when you dismissed me at dinner, you really hurt me. It has not been easy for me to be sober for a whole year. Whether you understand it or not, it was clearly something that was important to me, and you tried to make me feel stupid for it. It is still bothering me, so I wanted to tell you so I can stop being angry at you for being so uncaring. Answer. I agree. Mom, I am disappointed in you for minimizing what you do not feel is important. I am disappointed in my family. Comment. My generation always wanted praise for doing the bare minimum. That was not an accomplishment. It was just what I needed to do, like graduating high school. She must have missed the generations-old tradition where graduating high school comes with a formal ceremony, its own song, about a dozen parties, food, money, presents, family coming from out of town, the phrase congratulations on every decoration, and yes, a cake. It is often the most celebrated milestone of a person's life until they get married. There are a million issues with your mother and sister's behavior, but this just made me laugh in disbelief because it was such a terrible example for her to give. Original poster, you are not the asshole at all. I am sorry you didn't get the reaction you were hoping for from your family. I know it probably means very little from the wrong person, but congratulations on your incredible accomplishment. Battling addiction of any kind is not easy, and I am proud of you for taking those difficult steps to make yourself a better person. Comment. Not the asshole. Not at all. Let them be mad. I would tell Mom, though. Mom, when you dismissed me at dinner, you really hurt me. It has not been easy for me to be sober for a whole year. Whether you understand it or not, it was clearly something that was important to me, and you tried to make me feel stupid for it. It is still bothering me, so I wanted to tell you so I can stop being angry at you for being so uncaring. Author's last comment. I am so sorry if I don't respond to anyone's questions. I am reading your comments, and people telling me they are proud of me is making me cry really badly. I thought everyone was going to tell me I'm a big dumb loser because I took the cake.
Write what you think about this situation. Who did the right thing, and who is the asshole? Let's discuss it in the comments. In the meantime, let's move on to the next story.
Am I the asshole for not helping some of my family after they exclude us from their celebrations and reunions? Hello, I come from a large family with 9 aunts and uncles, half of whom have been in the United States since the 1970s, while the other half remained in the Middle East. I was born in the United States. When they come for their green cards, vacations, illnesses, or births, we are always here with our homes open for them. We have hosted one aunt and her daughters for about 1 month each year for over 20 years, and one of her daughters lived with us until they established themselves in the United States. We also visit every few years and see them often. Earlier this year, my uncle passed away. Prior to that, his wife was staying in our home. We took care of her, handled all her paperwork, helped her find a new job, and when he died, my mother flew out and is still with her, comforting her. It has been 3 months. 2 days ago, I found out that over the Easter weekend, his daughter, who was very comfortable calling me when I was helping her mother, gathered all the family members who grew up in the Middle East, the children of 3 aunts, for a small reunion and spent the week together. They went out and explored. Mind you, I just graduated college and am waiting to start a job in May, so they know I am available and alone. I feel used, as if we are only good for the difficult tasks, but during happy occasions we are forgotten. This has been a pattern with them. Their babies' baptisms and parties, we are forgotten. Even weddings come with last-minute invitations. We are always here to help in the United States, but now that they have succeeded, they have built a close-knit, exclusive circle that excludes the United States family. Now their mother, my aunt, wants to stay with us in the United States until she finds a new home, probably for 1 year. She does not want to stay with her children, saying they are busy and need to focus on their own lives. I do not feel comfortable hosting her with a clean heart. I told my mother, no, she should go to her daughters or son. My mother agrees. We are a closed house. Am I the asshole for not agreeing to host or help her? Reddit verdict. Not the asshole. Top comments. Not the asshole. I have Italian relatives who act the same way. They always want to enjoy the benefits of their Americanized family, but when it comes to true closeness, they reserve it for those who are still from the old country. It's nice to know most immigrant families with a foot in each world experience the same disconnect. They are always happy when you send money back home, assist with paperwork, or help them avoid a hotel stay, but when it's your turn to need something? Author. My mother is visiting because of the death of her brother-in-law. We own a house that we keep empty for when we want to return, just for our immediate family. She wanted to go to her own house, but my aunt begged her to stay with her since she was alone, and my mother happily agreed. She stayed with her for 2 months, and then my aunt started getting irritable and angry. My mother told her, "I'm going to my own home now. You need your space." My aunt replied, "Let me get you some bags for your stuff," and grabbed some large black trash bags. My mother got really sad and said, "I'm sorry, it really breaks my heart to put my stuff in a trash bag." She packed as much as she could and bought extra luggage that night. I think that was hurtful and intentional. Later, she went to her house, to which my aunt has keys, and apparently my aunt had her guests, children-in-law, friends, and her maid stay in the house. When my mother found new toothpaste, she confronted her and asked about a specific person she suspected had stayed in the house. My aunt said, "Perhaps the maid let him stay for a few days. I am not sure." My mother was irritated that her maid even has the keys, as all my parents' personal belongings, pictures, and books are in the house. Additionally, her father's notebooks from the 1930s to 1950s are all gone. His diary about his time in the army, his family calendar, biblical research, poems, everything. Comment. Not the asshole. She does not want to stay with her children. She says they are busy and need to focus on their own lives. If she does not realize how ridiculous that sounds, there is no point trying to explain it. Author. My aunts say it in a way that makes us feel it's our responsibility to help them and that we cannot leave them. I don't know how she does it, but we happily host and help. Comment. Not the asshole. From what I understand, the people not inviting you to celebrations are in the United States. You are good enough to help them get established in the United States and to play host whenever they want a vacation, but not good enough to be invited to their parties? No way. Also, she has children. They are their responsibility before they are yours. You just finished college. You don't need a year-long house guest. I'm glad your mother is on the same page as you.
What do you think about this situation? Who do you think is a jerk, and who did the right thing? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel to get more cool and interesting stories. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.